The man discovered a crack in the wall of the villa he had just bought. Confused, he approached to examine it. He noticed that some of the wooden panels on the wall were loose, as if something was hidden inside, which piqued his curiosity. He pulled hard, and the panel came off. He was surprised by what he saw inside. The man hurriedly removed the rest of the panels. Mike was stunned by the scene before him, and at that moment, his girlfriend walked over as well. They both stared at the wall in disbelief. Clearly, the neatly arranged items were drugs. Mike quickly took his girlfriend outside to call the police, but a middle-aged man appeared and called them back, claiming to be the security guard of the place. He asked what had happened. Mike, thinking the guard was a good person, told him everything. Unexpectedly, the guard already knew about the drugs in the house. When the guard found out that Mike was going to call the police, he pulled out a gun and shot at Mike. They had just returned inside when the guard came to the window and fired a few shots, only to find it was bulletproof glass. The guard immediately turned and ran towards the back door. Mike also ran towards the back door but was held back by the guard. At this critical moment, Amy seemed to touch something that kept the guard outside. Looking at the nearby computer, they realized it was a mechanism in the room, built by the previous owner of the villa. The room was surrounded by solid rock, evidently used to store drugs. They then found the landline in the house to call the police, but Mike realized after waiting for a long time that the phone wasn't working. Clearly, the outside phone lines had been cut by the villains. His girlfriend was almost on the verge of collapse. Mike assured her that he would get them out safely. After calming down, they began packing the drugs from the wall into bags. Mike believed that handing the drugs over to the villains would ensure their safety. He threw the drugs out of the window and noticed another man outside. The man stared at Mike fiercely, and then the two villains walked away with the package, only to throw it into a trash can in front of Mike. It seemed the drugs were not what they wanted. His girlfriend saw on the surveillance that the two thugs were walking around the yard with guns. She hurriedly told Mike to go out through the back door to escape secretly. Unfortunately, as Mike tried to leave, he tripped over a rope set by the thugs and fell into the pool. Hearing the commotion, the distant thugs ran towards Mike. Seeing this on the surveillance, his girlfriend rushed out to rescue him, but as soon as Amy came out, she encountered a thug firing a gun wildly. The thug opened the iron gate but didn't find Amy and left. Amy took the opportunity to run back inside, only to find another thug had entered the house. The thug pulled out a knife from his back, intending to kill Amy. Amy grabbed a bottle of pepper spray and sprayed it into the thug's eyes. She then pushed the thug out and quickly closed the door. Meanwhile, Mike outside wasn't as lucky. This movie is called House of Death. If you like it, check out the original film.